don't have enough time to answer your questions during the session, we will get back to you via the email. Next, we move to the agenda. We have divided our session into three main parts: a detailed presentation on setting up and optimizing inventory automation with StockSync, followed by an interactive Q&A session. We encourage you to participate actively. Feel free to use the chat function throughout the webinar to post your questions. We will address as many as we can during the Q&A segment at the end. Again, thank you for being here with us. Let's dive into the world of inventory automation with StockSync and explore how it can revolutionize your business. Let's welcome Yash to begin the agenda.
All right. Thank you, Kay, for the introduction, and hello, everyone. Glad to see most of you guys can make it today. So today we'll be showing you on uh, how to add new products and as well as updating products in your store. All right. I'll be start sharing my screen right now. Okay. Cool. So for today's example, I'll be using Shopify store. So this is the Shopify store, and clearly there's it just recently created, and there's no products added yet. So we go to our StockSync. So once we have installed StockSync in your store, you will see this dashboard. You'll see what are the informations on the add, update, export, remove. So to get started, simply click on create new. To add new products to the store, use this function, add new products to store. Click on next to confirm. So here you can see StockSync provides a wide selection of supply templates, which are pre-filled, and also like have the mapping configured as well. And if you don't see any of the supplier here, you can always use the connections and try to find out which connection suits best for your supplier. So for today's example, we'll be focusing on connecting a Google Sheet as our data feed. So simply select Google Sheet and confirm to proceed. For the Google Sheet, you will need to add the shared link. This is an example supplier feed file that I have right now with me. So in this feed file, what we have to do is simply get the share link. So copy the link and paste it here. If the file does have a header, enable this and test connection. So once our Google Sheet is connected, we move on to the matching column page. Here we map the relevant fields. For example, here the required fields are the SKU, which is the product identifier, product title, and also price. This varies according to different platforms. So we'll start mapping. So the stock field SKU and we map to the feed file SKU as well. Product title, we map to a title. So this title actually comes from the feed file. For the price, okay, and since we are adding a new product to the store, we definitely want to populate the product's data. So it's recommended to add more fields. So we will keep on adding more. So description, map tag, images, and more. So StockSync has plenty other fields that you can actually populate. So if you're adding a products with variants, it's important to group them correctly. So in StockSync, add the variant group by selecting a column with unique values. So simply select the variant group and map to the file. So here, as you can see, these products, these variants are actually belongs to a single product. So we can see this var ID is the one that help groups them together. So we will map this to the var ID. And when you have a variant group, you need to add one option at least. So we'll put option 1. and we can see the size. So make sure you change your option name as well accordingly. So once you're done with that, click on next. Here is the filter. So StockSync allows you to filter which products to include or exclude from being added to your stock. So for example, in this case, we want to exclude products which are footwears. Okay, so P type footwears. So we'll add a filter. So the fit column. So we'll see the P type here. And we select not equal to. So not equal to means is excluding it. So we'll put the value there. So you need to make sure the capitalization as well. So it's similar as this. And click on next. Yeah. And on this next step, all products are added through this feed will initially be set to draft. You can choose to auto-publish them if you prefer. So by enabling this option, also tags can be added to the products. This is to identify which feed a product was added from. So this is actually one of the way to stay organized. So you can add multiple tags but separated by a comma. So once you are done with that, click on finish and you have basically set up the first feed. So now we have completed our feed inventory feed. So we can to add the product to our store, we simply click on the add products. So this action will trigger StockSync to import the data from a Google Sheet. So one tip here that I would like to share is regarding this only process three product. So by enabling this option, if StockSync will only add three products from your feed file. And this when this is enabled, it does not require any credit and it's done for free. So click on that. So the products from our feed are now being added to the store. So this process might take a few minutes depending on the size of your inventory and also the size of the feed file as well. In the meantime, if you guys, while we wait for this to finish, in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to type in the Q&A section. So I will just display it once again. So if you guys can see my screen, just simply click on the activities here and click on the Q&A and click on the ask questions. So while this taking few minutes because I believe there's a queue. So in the meantime, we also can show that logs. So another important step in managing your inventory with StockSync is actually monitoring the logs. The logs can provide valuable information for the feed process, including any errors or successful updates. So here you can see two products are added. The warning, two products were added successfully. Continue to process remaining four rows. So if you see here, there's total three products here, and only two products were added. And if refresh this store, we can see the products were added here. So the reason why only two products added is due to the filter that we apply, where we exclude the footwear from being added. Next, we want to keep the products added to the store to be regularly updated. The add product feed only add new products to the store. It does not keep them updated. So to do this, you need to create a new. Click on the create new. Select on the update. We will once again it's the same process again, but we'll be still choosing the connections. We will use still using the same Google Sheet. Have the same link, test connection, enable the first row header. And in the matching column page, you can see only the product identifier is the required field. So the SKU. So we will try to update a few fields. So in this case, the most one is will be quantity. So we map the quantity. So we want to ensure the quantity field has a low stock enable. So to avoid overselling, you can always use the quantity rule. So whenever a condition where below 5 equal to 0. So what does it mean is whenever a product has less than 5, stocks will display them as 0 on your stock. So this will reduce the overselling in your stock. Here, click on add more field and we'll also map the price as well. So we'll map the price and then go to the setting. So here we can also add condition to adjust pricing. For example, if you want to add a markup of 20% and as well as a shipping fees of $5. So simply add this condition. So what this condition does is it will add 20% markup and another $5 to all the products that been updated. Okay. And another tips here. So for example, if you want to if you don't want to update certain product prices, such as products that are on sale, so you can always do this with the don't update price when. So here you can choose the column name. Most of the conditions that we always see is the product tags sales. So for example, the products that I have the tax sales, this product will be excluded from being updated the price. So once that done, close that, click on next. But before that, beyond just stock levels and prices, so StockSync also allows you to update other product details. For example, you can automate the updating of your product description, images, and other product data. So this keeps your product listing fresh and up to date. Click on next. So here, compared to the add product feed, we have two different type of filter. So one is the incoming feed, which is filter based on the feed that you have, and the other one is the store filter. So this one, we, for example, if you want to just update just the products that is only published, so you can just change it, or you can add other filters based on the vendor tags or product tag. I will go into this later as well. The benefits of using this. So, and it's the same one for the advanced. It's quite different from the ad as well because there's more. Here you can choose to auto publish products. So whenever products are updated and they have one of the variant of the product is have quantity more than 0, you can allow it to auto publish the product by adding the condition, or you can choose to do not apply. The same applies for the auto archive as well. If you disable it, it will just unpublish the product instead of archiving the product. Click on finish. Once again, the same method, you can just start process. So another tips here is regarding the previewing. As you can see, this is a new feature from StockSync. So by enabling this and click on the start process, StockSync will not perform any update to your store. Instead, it will only get the data from the store and also your feedback and compare the differences. If you disable this, StockSync will just start running the process and update your products. So with StockSync, you're just not automating inventory update. So you're also using a tool that help you manage your online store inventory precision at ease. So another one more thing, consistency is always a key in inventory management. So with StockSync, you can also schedule inventory updates. So by clicking on here, schedule, let's set it up to automatically update our inventory from the Google Sheet every 24 hours. Enable the schedule. If you choose daily, you can set the time, whichever time that you prefer, or you can choose the hourly and put the interval 24 hours and only run from certain time. Click on that. So this ensures your store's inventory is always in sync with your latest stock level. All right. I hope I'm not going too fast. If you guys do have questions, please do key in the Q&A section. So another crucial aspect in handling out of stock outs. So for example, with StockSync, you can set up notification. In this case, before that, just to let you know, the process is still queuing. It will take a few minutes. So click on account and select notification. Here you can enable the low stock alert. So these low stock alerts will send notification to you whenever a product's updated and they are below the stock, they have low stock. Please make sure that you key in your notification email as well. So Stocksy will send a notification. So this will help you in maintaining a good customer experience and managing expectation. All right. And lastly, we'll be going on the billing page. I think this is quite important as well. So on the billing page, Stocksy has two type of billings. One is subscription based, and another one is a credit. However, both are used for different purposes. The monthly subscription is used for update, export, and remove products, while the credits are used for adding new products. So each credits can allow to add one product in your stock, and each credit is around 1 cent or below, and it actually can go even lower if you buy in bulk. So if you want to look at the monthly subscription, you can click on the upgrade plan and see the limits. So you can see there's each plan has their own limits regarding the variance, update for update, and also daily schedule. So the update for update actually referring to the number of data source that you can connect to. For example, here where we actually created just one feed here. So this is considered one. And then one daily schedule. So it means the fastest that you can do is 24 hours daily, 24 hours schedule for the basic plan. And the limit for variant is 3,000. So this one is a bit different. So instead of actually you can only update 3,000 variant, what does it mean is that you can if you automate for 24 hours, every 24 hours schedule, you can update 3,000 variants on daily basis. So it doesn't just stop at just one time 3,000. It will keep on update for every time 3,000. You can select any plans from here. You can also if you do not like certain of the limits here, you can always use the custom plan to cater your own needs. So another tips here, also take note, you can also reduce the variant count. So by using the filter. So here, by using the filter, sorry about that. If you go here and apply filter, for example, if your store has around 5,000 variants and only 3,000 variants are actually published, so if you enable this, use this equals to publish and click on next. So Stocksy is able to update your 3,000 products without any problem. So you can try to reduce the variant count. So you can effectively use a lower version of the lower plans actually. Yeah. So here, okay. And now, so we have covered quite a lot of ground here. So from the basic setup to advanced functionalities. So I believe, do you guys have any questions? So we move on to, before we move on to the Q&A sections, I'll have Kate to take over for her to share certain things as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Yash, for the demo just now. By the way, you guys can start enter your questions in the Q&A session. We will do our best to answer them. For now, let's explore the latest features that are exclusively available in the new UI. So firstly, there is a new type of connection, which is the public Google Sheet. This feature will allows you to retrieve the feed data using a public Google Sheet link. Okay, let's move to the second one, the product status log, where you can view whether a product has been archived or published with using the product status log. And then the third one will be the allow back order field, which is only supported in WooCommerce. It allows you to enable or disable back orders and send a notification. Okay, last one will be the preview sync. It's only available in the update feed, which will help you to preview the data from the store and feed file value without any changes, as Yash shared just now. Right. Thank you. Yeah, that's for the new features. Okay. You guys can enter all your questions in the Q&A segment.
All right. Okay. So right now, yeah. So we already, you guys also can turn on your microphone actually to if you guys have any questions, so we're able to answer them. Yeah, and Lee, I believe.
I just a question. Yeah, thank you. The question that I had is, so it's only for importing. It doesn't, as far as like this coding for sales orders to go back to. I used an API code instead of a Google Sheet to just import
Okay.
everything. And so I just
Yes,
wasn't sure. Is it
yes,
possible?
we do support API. So it is possible based on the feed, if you can see your feed actually. So your question is if we able to import the products from the API, correct?
Well, I've already done that. I guess
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
little confused if because I'm a very low level learner. So I
All right,
love the
no
I
worries.
love I love the app. I love the app because I mean I was able to figure it out. But I
Mhm.
guess I'm just trying to figure out it's only importing, right? It doesn't send anything back.
No, it doesn't. So
Okay.
what with Stocksync, with the process only happens one direction.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the clarification I needed. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else has any questions? Let's see the Q&A.
Um,
So it is,
I
oh
know
yeah, okay.
it took me a while. So I run a bookstore, and at the beginning of the year we do a big inventory based on what's on our shelves, and usually there are lots of discrepancies between what's on our shelves and what's in Shopify. So I was interested in using this service to basically have a spreadsheet of SKUs with quantities that need to be updated. Oh, so just the quantities needing updated. So if I have a Google Sheet with just those two fields, can I use StockSync to just update the quantities?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely you can. Yeah, that's a perfect way to use Stocksync.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Please, anyone, you guys can ask any questions. There's no right or wrong. Um, Let me just the Q&A. So I think there's a questions here. So can I just upload one product image in Wix? Yep, you can upload just one product image. I don't think there's a limitation on the amount of images that you can upload. And another question by Telegram, which is going to be shared. Yes. This session will be recorded and be shared to you guys as well. Sent to your email. Okay. You guys can ask questions, or you guys even ask me if you guys want me to show certain other things in Stocksync that you guys want to know is available or not. Yeah. Any features as well.
I have a quick question. Um,
Yes.
I sell adult products, and some of my products have, let's say, it's a like a nightshirt, and it's in small, medium, and large. If the small is out of stock, how do I change it so that the other variants, the medium and the larges, show available, but the small is out of stock? How would I do that?
So basically, just one of the variant is out of stock, but the others are still available. By which platform are you using?
I'm using Shopify, and I'm on the business plan with StockSync.
Okay. So by default, it should display as available on your Shopify store. When only one variant is out of stock. It doesn't affect the other variants. Because what Shopify does is it display the product quantity based on the variants instead of the product count.
Okay, you said it will display the product based on the variance and not the product.
Yeah, the quantity.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Because the quantities are based on variant. Yeah, yeah. Most welcome, Amanda. Is there anything else from others? Maybe we'll give another few minutes for people to like process the questions. Maybe some of you may have questions, or maybe not.
I don't have a specific scenario question, but
Okay.
my brand manager, she's the one who's basically handling using StockSync. But for my own learning purposes, is there like a video library where I can find just basic tutorials on how to go about using the app?
Oh, yes, definitely. So, yeah, I could definitely share that. So, here we do have a YouTube channel where we have all our tutorial videos there. So, just let me get that link for you. Yeah, I have pasted the playlist on the chat so you guys can take a look. So, those are the tutorial list of the videos that we have. Oh, there's another question by Jonathan. So when you upload a stock list, can you control the product handle in Shopify? I would like to be a SKU code rather than title. Oh, product handle, product handle. Yes, yes, you can. So when you're adding new, is to add the new product, correct? One. Yep. So what you do is you can map the store field of the handle to the SKU field instead of the title. Does that answer your question, Jonathan? Let me just try to share my screen. Maybe that will help. So on the add product field, so you have the store field, so you can select the URL handle and you can map to any field that you want. So in this case, where I just map to the SKU, so it will the handle will be the SKU. All right, most welcome. Yeah, so not just that, so we have a few stocks thing does have like a few different type of quite a lot of number of fields that you guys can use to update the product or even add them and try to just play around with it. You can also use you can also map to multiple fields. For example, in this case, share once more. So what certain users want to include on their product title, they want to map to not more than just title. They want to include the size or even dimension. So they can always put in more, not just title, sorry, description. So the product description, they also want to include the dimension, the size and everything. So they can add more fields to it. So it will populate, I will take whatever value and update to those fields. Yeah. We still have a bit more of time, so I'm glad if there's any more questions. Or if not, we can just call it a day. And you guys can actually reach out to us using our email. So support@stocksync.com. I believe here I'll send a message here. So you can always reach out to our support and we will try to answer your queries as soon as possible and try to help you set up with the setup as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. I can see some of you all are like leaving one by one. So if that's all, I think we can call it a day. Thank you guys for joining and I wish you a best of luck. Thank you.